Hello, 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 everyone. How are we doing? I'm looking to do a week ahead reading with everyone, but first, I was actually guided to start cleansing the air and actually bring one of my stones out that I just got. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of energy clearing happening this week. This is about clearing the negative energy. This is about clearing all of the things that no longer serve our highest and greatest good. And that's what the sage does. And that is what this incredible selenite stone also does. So I feel very strongly like there might be something that's going on that it's like it's time to just rest, clear the space, clear your energy, practice the pause, and just let things kind of filter out. This is like a filtering energy is what I'm picking up on, in that things just really need to be cleansed and cleared. And you might even find yourself in spring cleaning mode this week and getting rid of the things that really don't bring you joy or serve your highest and greatest good. It's just clutter sitting around the house. Like there might be a lot of energy with our limiting beliefs and with either people, places, things, all of that stuff might be time to start letting go of. So let's see what the overall energy is of the week. Put that one there. Friendship. Letting your friends come in and help you and connect. That was actually a message last week. And it's funny, I've never noticed this before, but at the angle I'm looking at, I see a heart within that camera. So it's like connecting to your heart. Oh, listen to your heart. Like these are some of the same cards that came out last week. And you saw me shuffling the deck. I've actually used this deck numerous times since that last reading. So this is a continuation of last week, to listen to your heart, connect to your friends, let them help you, be vulnerable, be open, and rely on these support systems, but also listen to your heart. What is it telling you? What do you need to get rid of this week? What can you open up to for good stuff? We don't always have to focus on the things that we're releasing. Yes, we do need to do that to make space for other things to come in, but there's really a lot of beauty that can come in as we do that. But we need to listen to our hearts and know what is it that we're being asked to let go of. So what's something unexpected that arises this week? Slowing down, resting, not working so hard, giving yourself a break. As you give yourself a break, though, you do really need to pay attention to the devil on your shoulder who's promising all of these glitters and gold. So that discernment of listening to your heart, if you have somebody say that's offering you something that just seems really way too good to be true, trust that. Like we live in a day and age where fraud is just unbelievable, and it's literally coming at us in so many different ways. So if somebody's asking you to invest in something that seems too good to be true, don't do it. Don't do it, because you run the risk of losing absolutely everything. So you need to listen to your heart and have that discernment. And also you might need to ask the people that you love, that you trust, about this scenario and situation, and see what vibes they're picking up from it and listen to them as well. This is a time of practicing the pause before you do anything. Going forward, what do we have for a message about going forward? Again, this is a very consistent message. It is not time to forge forward. It is not time to move in the way that maybe you think is going to pay off for you. This is a time of waiting and having that discernment come in instead of forging forward. What's the inspiration for this week? What is the inspiration for this week? Yep, that's the card. The Angel of Soul Love. It's time to look at how you value yourself, and this is also an issue of self-love. This is where sometimes we really need to go within and love ourselves more. And as we love ourselves more, the outside world reflects that. So you may be getting an offer from someone who doesn't love themselves, and so it's a real challenge for them to be able to give you something that's very authentic, but also loving ourselves is where we really change the energies that we allow coming at us. because we can't change anybody else, nor do I ever want to personally. I've tried that route. It's a terrible one to travel. So if we continue to turn it back within ourselves and give ourselves the love that maybe we're looking for from someone else, give ourselves the thing that we're looking for from someone else, all that glitters is not gold. Love yourself first. Slow down. Connect to you. That is going to inspire you to move forward in the best possible way. And if you're not giving yourself time because you're always scrolling through your phone or working on something or doing something other than maybe listening on the inside, what is it that you need? What is it that you're looking for in life? And how can you love yourself more and provide that to you in the best possible way? You're being asked to slow down and do that because it's going to be very inspiring. What is the inner self message this week? This is one of the cards of the day this week. Goddess of the Earth. It's like you're going to get, if you slow down and allow yourself to listen deep on the inside, you're going to have something come through to you that's some type of new, imaginative, creative idea that you're ready to start putting those seeds in and let your harvest come in later towards this. So you really do likely this week, driving me nuts, that's a little crooked. So you really might want things in order this week, but this is going to be something that really allows you to connect to your heart and find a new, better way to move forward than what it might seem like is a great idea right now. Slow down, practice the pause. Very, very consistent message this week. What is the relationship message for this week? What's going on with the relationships around us this week? Okay, this is about looking on the outside for somebody to fulfill us instead of knowing that we actually have a lot more power to be able to take care of ourselves in a way that somebody else might not take care of us. So your friends are absolutely important, your friends, your loved ones, but they can't be the ones that are giving you all of the love because it's coming from an external source. Sometimes other people love us. Well, we learn to love ourselves, and that's beautiful. But there's times also where we just need to love who we are. And maybe we've gotten it wrong a few times, and maybe there's something where we're not feeling celebrated. We're not feeling like everybody around us is clapping for us and that we're feeling good about where it is that we are. And so clap for yourself, love yourself, know that you're on track with whatever it is that you're doing for you. Just make sure you're doing it for you because you love it, because you love yourself, not because you're hoping some outside thing is going to help fix you this week. What is the challenge this week? What challenge are we facing this week? Trusting in the process and knowing that things really will pay off in the long run, that there is a process within this, that maybe the harvest isn't here yet, but it can come. You just need to make sure that everything else is in alignment. And sometimes we try things and it doesn't work out, and that's okay. Like, this is where you sometimes try things and it blows up in your face. And other times you try things and it is completely successful because we've done just a little bit different to get different results. So that is going to be a challenge this week, is trusting in the fact that these new seeds, whatever they are, that they will pay off later in the future. But you have to make sure that this is divinely inspired. So bring in your guides, let them help you, ask them for help. Let them give you these inspired thoughts and determine what the best course of action is going forward. What's the advice for this week? We're going to change cards. What's the advice for this week? I feel like there's really a need to just slow down and just breathe. I feel like I'm holding my breath and everything's going really, really fast. Hold that inner space for you to just decompress, breathe. Maybe do a meditation, do some type of a breathing exercise. But it's time for you, the real you, to emerge. This is a time of transformation. This is a time, as you love yourself, a whole new you comes out. And this is where the beauty and the magic of life really, really takes off. So you have already likely put in an awful lot of work, and there's something that's going to be illuminated for you. But you've likely, honestly, put in quite a bit of effort towards something, and there needs to be some type of a change, because I feel like it's not as it's standing at this point. Something needs to be tweaked a little bit. The energy has to be a little bit different, because what you maybe had invested in previously is not going to pan out at this point in time. But just trust the process, because it can. There just might need to be some modifications. And there's this thing about, like, I just keep getting this information about like a scam. Maybe there's some type of long-term scam that you thought was going to pay off, but you need to change where you're putting your investment into, or where that is actually going, and the avenue that it's coming from, because you're not really getting any benefit from it, but you accept it because you don't love yourself enough to say no. That's a really specific message that might be for one person listening, and I trust that who that message is for will receive it. That likely is not for everybody. Take what resonates for you. There's going to be bits and pieces that maybe are for you, and bits and pieces that are maybe for someone else, because this is a collective reading. So just take what resonates to your soul. Listen to your heart. Let's see what else we get for support this week. Oh, so for support this week, it is not going to feel like support. It is going to feel like frustration, challenge. You're being taken advantage of. Somebody might even be threatening you or mean to you and hateful. And this is something that has nothing to do with you. It is all about them. So if somebody is really harsh with you this week, this is your opportunity to love yourself more. Do not put your value in somebody else's hands, because they have their own stuff that they're battling against. Give yourself the love that you deserve. Don't expect it to come from outside sources, because we all take our own stuff with us. So love yourself. Be unshakable. Stop carrying the weight of other people. So if somebody is benefiting from you, it might be time to stop that. If your actions or what you're investing in time, energy, money, whatever it is, if it is benefiting somebody else and breaking your back in the process, it's time to set some boundaries, and it's time to say no. No, I am not going to be treated like this. So it feels terrible in the moment, but this is actually something coming in to support you, to get you to see that you deserve so much more love than what you've accepted. And it starts with you, but then your outside world reflects that. What is the outcome for this week? What's the outcome for this week? Healing. Healing. Oh, so much healing. And this is a healing energy that comes in, and it's like those wounds on the inside, they start to get soothed. They start to heal. There's also this facet of all the things that maybe you've hidden and just thought, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Everything looks great on the outside, but it feels terrible to you on the inside, and you're trying to ignore that. That's not going to be possible anymore this week. This is saying it's time to acknowledge it and move out of this and pull these swords out that are stabbing you. Because when we have things going on within us emotionally, it really impacts our physical body. So no matter how much we try and avoid it and pretend like everything's okay, our body is keeping score, and that stays within our energy, and it stays within our body and creates physical disease. So this is asking you to really acknowledge where it is that you are, and maybe it's not as good as what you actually thought that it was. This is a time of awakening. It's a time of self-healing, not necessarily a time to move forward and start taking action on anything yet, but just acknowledging what's going on and how things maybe aren't as good as what we portray to others, or what we even want to believe ourselves. It's time to really dig deep this week. You might not feel strong enough to do this. You might not feel that you have what it takes. This is a card where the angels are literally reaching down their hand to help you to get out of this situation, But there is all of this clutter and lightning and stormy energy within the mind that is talking you out of this. And what comes from your heart is what needs to be listened to, not the mind, because the divine really wants you to come out of this. And you might not believe that it's even possible. You might feel like, I'm not strong enough, I can't do this, whatever the reason is, insert whatever you might have going on for you. If this is resonating for you, this is saying that you actually really do have what it takes, and you have a divine team here to help you. So pray, ask for that help. Just put it out there to the universe, the angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever that is for you. Just ask for the help, because there is a lot of support that wants to come in. And maybe you've been isolating from other people in your life that are trustworthy, that really do love you, because this situation has kind of zapped your energy and pulled you away from people who truly are good to you. So if that's the case, maybe just reach out and send a text, make a phone call, show up, see if you can make plans. Do something with people who really are a healthy sounding board for you. It might not be what you want to hear. Like, I just have that, like, you know, like it might not be what you want to hear, and it might give you even some anxiety. But the more you connect with people who are truly good for you, the more life can change. So you might need to find some strength within other people, and being honest with them and telling them exactly what's going on within you, so that you can actually get rid of that, stop holding on to it. Our secrets keep us sick. So as we move forward, having people on our side is going to be really, really important. So there is some heavy energy this week, but it's all for a really good cause, because as you transition through this, then on the other side, things get brighter. But it is a challenge to be brave enough to let things change, and to acknowledge when things are not working, and they're not working out for anything that's benefiting you. It's really only benefiting them. So be mindful of anything in your life that this might resonate for. So that is what I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you soon.